Hello, welcome to the Triangle. This is our episode right before spring break. David Huffman here with TJ Hopkins and Israel Rivera. We're going to talk about NIU basketball. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the NFL free agency. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the pending NFL draft. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about the NBA. Mm-hmm. So first we're going to start with NIU basketball. So we won the first game in the MAC tournament, and then we got
blown out
by 17.
We got bounced by Iowa. Ohio. Pretty bad,
yeah.
But there's still a chance we can go to the NIT.
We go to NIT, the CBI. There's like 3 or 4 different tournaments in the postseason other than the March Madness. Mm-hmm. So I think they got a chance in getting into one of those, get some postseason experience for those young guys.
Yep.
And a good parting gift for the seniors.
Yeah.
You know, so for sticking with it, Trayvon Baker for sticking through the ugly. Finally, his senior year, they had a really Finally, his senior year, they had a really good season. So he's gonna play some postseason ball, and they're gonna play some postseason ball.
Yeah, and I think they can take this momentum that he built up this season and take it into next season.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and I think it could be it's gonna help recruiting, getting into one of those tournaments and actually playing.
I mean, but they have a lot to build on from this past recruiting class.
Like the freshmen.
I think they're pretty much banking on this past recruiting class. Mm-hmm. This new recruiting class. This new recruiting class is coming in is like they're like all unranked. You don't even know about them.
True.
Like, but Marquis Wilson.
Yep.
I mean, he was like on some places he was a 4-star recruit.
And they got Eric Armstead's gonna be coming back next year, I think, and playing one more year.
Yeah. Levi Bradley he wasn't even ranked, and he played really good this year. So they got a lot of good guys.
And they got Mara March. I think he'll be back next season too. And
he
finished like in the third team All MAC, I believe.
Yeah. Aaron Armstead is gonna come back. He's a senior.
He was on the all defensive team.
Yeah. One thing they got to improve on is definitely playing on the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they were awesome at home.
But you can say that about a lot of college teams. A lot of college teams struggle on the road.
But it's like when you go, 19-1 at home.
Mm-hmm.
They went 19-1 at home, and then I want to say
they only won one game on the road.
1 or 2 games on the road because it was they went 21 and
20-10.
There's a few guys in Illinois right now that haven't been picked up by teams yet. One of them is that center from St. Joe's High School, Nick Rakasevich. I don't know how to really pronounce his last name, but he's about a 3 or 4-star recruit. He's got like a dozen or so offers from college teams all over your nation. I mean, if I was NIU, I'd try to push to try and get maybe him and hey, look at our program.
And they just had that kid from DeKalb High School that's going to Western Michigan or Eastern Michigan, one of those schools. Man, the kid can really, really shoot it.
Which one? Which kid?
Mike Pollock from DeKalb High School.
Oh, he's from DeKalb High School?
He's going to Western Michigan?
Something like that. Not Western Michigan. It's like one of the D1 Michigan schools. I can't remember what it is right now.
Okay. Maybe Central or Western?
Yeah, but he can really he can flat out shoot the basketball. Like maybe they can get that guy after maybe he can transfer over here or something.
Maybe. We could see, but
I think the future. I think the future is bright.
The future is bright.
I think if NIU basketball, they can just keep taking the step forward, and we can prove that we're not just a football school. Like we can actually do both. We can.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think we they got a pretty good shot at winning a couple 20-win seasons here.
I agree.
A row. You know what I mean?
And then when you look at, let's talk about LSU a little bit for college basketball. Do you think Ben Simmons and LSU not making the tournament is going to hurt his draft stock? Or
no.
Do you think he's good?
No. Look at his numbers. His numbers are off the charts.
I mean,
and he could score a lot more.
Well, I think people were
he's only averaging.
If you were a scout, I think you want to see some player like that play in the NCAA tournament, see what he does against upper echelon of talent.
You're right. I think my thing is when they came out with the rankings last year and they he's the number 1 player, and I'm all like, well, Kansas I was thinking one of the big schools finna get another one. I'm like, well, Kansas finna get him, or Kentucky's gonna get him, Duke or North Carolina.
Why did he go to LSU?
Why did you go to LSU, bro? I legit think he hurt himself. Mm-hmm. By going to a school like that. Don't get me wrong, LSU, they're a decent program. I mean,
they're a football school.
I'm not
Period.
knocking. I'm not knocking what they've done. I think when was the last time they made the tournament? When Glenn Davis and Tyrus Thomas was
I feel like
with teammates.
they might be in the tournament. They might have been in the tournament last year.
I mean, but they had a couple. They had other than Ben Simmons. They had like Antonio Blankney.
Yeah, Tim Quarterman.
Yeah, where they had a couple good other recruits that they
And
thought
what
they were
really-
gonna make.
And that's where Shaq went, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Shaq went there. And what really hurt LSU was when they lost Keith Hornsby. Like he was their leading. Like before Ben Simmons, he was their best player. And he's been hurt a lot this year. Like the one time he comes back, LSU's playing Houston. Keith Hornsby goes off for 32. They still lose, but the fact that he went off for 32, like it wasn't even.
Man, they're getting whooped up by Texas
by
A&M right now.
Yeah, I told Izzy on the way here they was losing by 30.
By like 40,
Yeah.
It was like 40. But I mean, but the thing is I think when he first originally committed to LSU, I think he felt like LSU, like he really loved the campus and the atmosphere around LSU, so that's why he went there. I mean, he could have had his choice at going to Duke, or he could have went to any school in the nation if he wanted to.
But if you don't,
I feel like
he wanted to go to LSU.
if he was like looking back in hindsight, I think he would have picked somewhere else to go.
but if you don't feel,
in hindsight.
but the big thing,
I don't think he cares.
like, but the big thing about
To be honest
recruiting,
with
like
you.
the big thing for like recruiters is like if they step on your campus and you don't feel at home, then they're not gonna go.
Yeah.
So like if he felt more at home at LSU than he did at Kansas or one of them other time programs, I'm gonna go where I feel comfortable.
And plus the system.
Not to mention,
the system.
to mention if you're going to the NBA anyways, I guess it really
In
doesn't
6
matter.
months, yeah.
The system.
I mean, what does it matter where you go to college?
The system in LSU too. I mean, the way their coach runs their system, it's an up and down system.
I mean, like
it really bodes well for his game.
I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter where you go if you're going pro, because like if you look at last year, like Tyus Jones and Jaleel Okafor, like they decided like wherever they went, like wherever one went, they were gonna go to school together. Like they had already made that decision. Like those two decided, like, hey man, wherever you go, I'm going.
I don't know what that has to do with his ability to get drafted, though. I mean, if you're a talented player and like you're gonna go.
But look what Duke was able to do. Like, they got Jaleel Okafor, they got Tyus Jones, and they got a couple other top recruits, and it's all like, well, it also helps because it's like if I'm on that ESPN top 100, more specifically that the top 10, top 20, and I see the number 1 player going, and I see the number 4 player going, and they on my list, I'm like, hey man, if I team up with them, we can win something. Duke did that. Like they won the national championship.
I'd almost want to go somewhere where those guys weren't.
Why?
Just because like I don't want my numbers to be overshadowed because I'm playing with a bunch of really good players on my team. Like my numbers might be altered. Like
so
they might look as impressive.
So you saying like if you were a college recruit, you wouldn't go to like a Duke or North Carolina.
I want to go somewhere where I was the guy.
Like Arizona? Would you go to would you play for Arizona?
I don't know, but I'd want to go somewhere where I was the top dog. If I was like that highly ranked as a recruit, I want to be the guy.
You like so if you were Ben Simmons, would you really want to go somewhere like Gonzaga?
No,
where you're gonna be the top dog. But you're gonna be the top dog everywhere.
He's
the
number 1 recruit. He is the top dog at LSU.
Right. But you're the number 1 recruit in the nation. You're gonna be the top dog anywhere you go. Doesn't matter. Even if he would have went to Kentucky, he would have been a top dog. You know. Yeah, he would have been the top dog there. Yes, he would have been the top dog there. He would have been the top dog there. A lot of those other guys wouldn't have went if he would have went there. Like if Ben Simmons would have went to Kentucky, Jamal Murray would have never tried to go to Kentucky.
You don't know that.
I mean, I'm thinking. I'm assuming those guys. Those guys are considering that. I mean, those other top recruits are considering. Hey, this guy Ben Simmons went to Kentucky. Do I really want to go to Kentucky and share the minutes that I'm going to get with him in the shot selection?
I also think that something goes into it. Is like, man, I want to get like that full. If I'm only going to be 1 year in college, I want to get the full experience. I want to have a chance to win a national championship. I want to make that push.
Like Tyus.
Yeah, but not everybody gets to do that because there's only one champion.
Yeah, but if you go to an established power like a Duke or a Kentucky or North Carolina, you know that opportunity, like in Kansas, and that Kansas, like you know that opportunity is going to be there for you to go to a national championship because you know that like the pedigree of that where you're going gives you the opportunity. to go there.
Jabari Parker's drag stock slid when he lost that first round matchup when he was in Duke.
I mean, not really.
You know, it really did.
Like he was either going to go 1 or he was going to go 2.
He was a top 5 pick.
Like he was a top 5 pick, but
he was going to go 1 or he was going to go 2. Like
but still, he could have went number 1 overall, and it slid a little bit just because of that. So think about it. Ben Simmons.
2.
Jaleel?
No, he said Jabari.
Oh, Jabari. Oh,
2.
Yeah, but he was just like a world pick. I mean, come on,
and Jaleel went 3rd.
4.
3rd.
You sure?
Third.
Porzingis?
No,
Third.
those guys were. No,
Porzingis was
Jabari
fourth.
Parker. Jabari Parker was the draft class ahead of those guys.
I know what you're talking
Ahead of those guys. Yes. So yeah. But anyways, I mean, Ben Simmons is gonna be number one. He's flat out. I mean, his stats are almost 20 points, 12 rebounds a game, almost 5 assists. Come on, are you serious?
Blame LeBron.
Yeah,
And
man.
he's not eligible for.
He's more Tracy McGrady than LeBron.
He's not eligible for the Wooden Award, which I forgot why they said he wasn't eligible.
Academic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Apparently, he's not a good class. He's not a great student at LSU.
I mean, but it's like people made the point like on ESPN because like when he got suspended for that. I think it was like he got suspended for like a first half of a game or he missed the game completely for academics.
I think the guys in this NBA draft that are going to come up there, I think that are really going to be good. Buddy Hield.
He's an upperclassman.
He's a flat. He can just flat out shoot it. Those guys
George.
can play in the NBA forever.
Yeah, you're right. So if you could shoot it in the NBA now these days, you're gonna be.
Buddy Hield, let's not act like he all he can do is shoot. Like Buddy Hield can put the ball on the floor.
He can elevate. He can got post moves.
He can play
dribbles.
D. Buddy Hield is.
He's all around.
If I had to
player.
if I had to pick between Buddy Hield and Ben Simmons, I'm going Buddy Hield.
No way.
Nah, the ceiling's a lot higher.
I'm going Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield, he already is what he's gonna be. This is what he is as a player. Like he's not gonna get any better than this.
I mean, he's not gonna have 30-something point games.
How you know like that? That is an insult to
Buddy
Hield.
Right, you could have said that about Draymond Green.
How you feel
coming out of college?
Okay, like Ben Simmons right now. What if he goes pro?
But you also have to think about Draymond Green was drafted in the perfect situation. If Draymond Green was in like Philadelphia or Chicago, he wouldn't be this guy. No, you
but you don't know that.
Yeah,
you know.
You don't know.
Like how we know how?
If he ended up in Sacramento.
Well, he's got to deal with the knuckleheads.
How do we know? How do we know Ben Simmons ain't gonna just like flake in the NBA?
I don't believe that'll be a thing.
I do not think he'll flake in the NBA. I think his skills are going to translate pretty well to
I think he's got a bunch of skills that transfer directly over to the NBA.
They directly, and you could see that the way that how slow college is. Sometimes some of these guys need to go straight from high school to NBA because it bodes well for their game.
I just know one thing though, he better get.
He's a transition player.
He's already sort of used to losing, and if he goes to Philly, he just might as well.
I don't think he's a sore loser. I think he wants to win.
If you put him on the Sixers, I think with the talent they have around,
I think Philly trades him if they draft him.
No. Why would you do that? Trade him for what? What are you gonna get?
What are you gonna get for him?
Like you can't not draft him at you can't not draft him if you get the if Philly gets the #1 overall pick. If he goes to anywhere not named Philly, I think Philly trades him because they don't need him.
Yeah, but are you gonna trade? Are you gonna trade him for a team with multiple picks?
What do you mean they don't need him? This is
why not?
A team. Do you think Philly's gonna trade
the
#1 overall pick for multiple picks later on in the draft? I don't think so. I don't think you pass on this guy. I don't think you pass on this guy.
The Sixers are the reason they've been this whole big picture is to tank for players like Ben Simmons.
Yeah, like Ben Simmons, once in a lifetime player. He's a once in a generation type of player. I think he's gonna be a once in a generation type of player. I think he's gonna put up LeBron type numbers. I think these are the numbers that you think like LeBron might have gotten if he would have went to Duke, if he would have went D1 basketball.
So do you think he's gonna be better than Andrew Wiggins all time?
Yeah.
No way.
Of course, I think he's gonna be way better than Andrew Wiggins.
No way.
I think he's gonna be he's been consistently. Andrew Wiggins had a point in time in Kansas in the middle of the season where he was like terrible. And he wasn't that good. We were like, Andrew Wiggins, is he really a #1 player overall? And then he started heating up second half of the season.
At least his team made it to the NCAA tournament. I think Andrew Wiggins.
I think Ben Simmons.
That is fair.
But you're talking about Kansas, though.
Yes,
you're talking about Kansas.
I understand.
Bill Self is the coach.
He's
an established coach. The guy that's coaching LSU, yes, we love him. He's probably a good guy. We don't even know his name. I don't even know his name. I forget his name. It doesn't even matter.
I mean, at LSU, like, we love him. He's a good coach. What's his name?
Why don't you look it up, Mr. Statistician over here? But anyways, it doesn't matter. I mean, Bill Self. Kansas is Kansas.
Karl-Anthony Towns or Ben Simmons.
Cat.
Ben Simmons.
I'm going
Ben
Cat.
Simmons, man. Ben Simmons is gonna be nearing is gonna have almost a triple double every single game in the league. Almost
game.
not like nearing the triple double. He's gonna be up there when you talk about the players with the most triple doubles in a season. Like you're talking about this type of player. Like you know how Draymond Green and Russell Westbrook are tied in the season lead for triple. He's gonna be that player every season.
I don't think so.
Tied in the league, triple doubles, averaging like a double a game, and almost close to double-digit assists a game.
Dude, he's not going to ever even close to a triple-double.
I think that's what he's. I think that's his ceiling.
That's
I think he's gonna be an all-time great.
That's
I absolutely love Ben Simmons' talent.
I'm taking out Carl Anthony Towns, and I'm taking Andrew Wiggins.
No, I'm taking Ben Simmons over both of those guys any day.
When you compare Ben Simmons and Andrew Wiggins, like they're kind of the same type of player. What I mean by that is like they both.
No, don't compare both of them.
Let me finish. Like, it's like if you used to look at Andrew Wiggins when he was in college, like there were games where he was just like mentally out of it. And if you look at Ben Simmons, it's the same thing. Like he is like there are games where it's like man. Like games like tonight, like LSU's getting blasted by 30. He's like, man, I don't care. I'm out of here. Like,
a couple months.
I'm out of here in a couple months. Like when Andrew Wiggins was at Kansas, like there were a couple games where he was all like, man, like they already know I'm leaving.
There were a lot of games where he single-handedly won them a lot of games, and they played him. The Kansas plays in a much more difficult conference.
Very more difficult conference. The Big 12,
especially like
like Oklahoma. You got all those teams in the Big 12 that are big time.
Going back. I
mean the SEC
and the SEC is Kentucky and
everybody else.
More so,
first of all,
last season than this season.
Ben Simmons, are you talking about Ben Simmons better than Andrew Wiggins? Yes, because I think he's a better rebounder right now. I think he's just as athletic. He's taller. He can handle the ball better. I think he's a little bit taller. He's a lot longer.
6'7".
I think he's just as athletic.
If Andrew Wiggins 6'7", 6'8",
he's a better passer.
At least 6'9".
I think he's a better passer than Andrew Wiggins.
Okay.
I think he sees the floor better than Andrew Wiggins. I think he can rebound better than Andrew Wiggins, and I think he can shoot better than Andrew Wiggins.
No,
I think he can shoot better than Andrew Wiggins because we haven't been able to see Ben Simmons shoot like that. I think Ben Simmons can shoot. Give him
Andrew Wiggins is when he came into the NBA, he was already an elite defender.
Because of his size and because of his length and because of his athleticism, like his
I think Ben Simmons. I'm just saying this is what I'm looking at.
Come on,
better rebounder. I think he has a more of a ceiling defensively because he's longer and he's just as athletic.
I think
he's a better passer. He's a better handler of the ball. He can see the floor better. You can put this guy at point. Can you put Andrew Wiggins at the point and be like, run the team? No. But you can put Ben Simmons at the point and tell him run the team.
I don't think you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. This man could get a triple-double every game if he wanted to. He could get a triple-double every game if he wanted to. Ben Simmons has that type of talent. He has that LeBron James, Tracy McGrady type of talent.
Him to LeBron. Stop.
Sorry, he's up there with those guys.
That is the one thing that irks me a little bit about ESPN. Like they see a player like a Ben Simmons or Andrew Wiggins, and like the first thing they say, "Oh, this guy could be the next LeBron."
I said LeBron type. I said type of talent.
They've even compared Ben Simmons to Magic Johnson.
He has skills.
Dude,
if you look at his numbers at Michigan State, they're very similar. Freshman numbers at Michigan State and his freshman numbers at LSU, they are very, very similar. Very similar. And the only difference is Michigan State Magic played with more veteran players that year.
Like when you start comparing like these guys in college to
legends.
It's like
you can only do that because they both played in college for 1 year. They're both gonna play in college for a year. You look at their stats; they're very similar. Magic was there for 1 year and he was bounced.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive.
He beat Larry Bird.
He beat Larry Bird
for the national title.
Yeah, Larry Bird was 4 years.
For some reason, I thought they was like he played in the era where everybody went to college for 4 years.
No. He was one of the one and dones.
That used to be a thing.
He was one of the one and dones. Yes.
Mike went there for 4 years.
Anyways,
Mike went for 3.
I just think Ben Simmons. We could be talking about Ben Simmons and Andrew Wiggins all day long.
But all right, well, let's transition over to the NBA. So Steph Curry's running away with the MVP.
Definitely.
We were having a conversation on Facebook about who would win the MVP, if Stephen Curry didn't exist. And we mentioned a bunch of the players and not a single one from the Eastern Conference.
Yes.
Like we mentioned Damian Lillard, we had Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul. Who else did we talk about? Is that it?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So like if
just to clarify, Magic went to Michigan State for 2, 77 to 79.
All right. Whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. He didn't stay there for 4 years.
All right. Well, but so who would win the MVP if Stephen Curry wasn't already going to win it?
Dang.
Lillard. I agree, man. Damian Lillard has single-handedly taken Portland.
Like.
To
No,
the playoffs.
like if he's like anyone not named Steph, like if like legit, like Steph Curry is benefiting from the fact that he's on the 58 and 16. Like if you had to ask me, Damian Lillard is the hottest player in the league right now.
Dude,
right now
they lose 4 starters, and
not just 4 starters, 2
of those guys were all-stars.
all-stars, and like you got 2 decent players like
Wesley Matthews and Robin Lopez, and you lose LaMarcus Aldridge and Nicholas Batum. And
that team's not even supposed to sniff the playoffs.
Like, you replace those guys with the likes
crazy.
of Noah Vonleh and
Myers Leonard,
who's their starting small forward?
Al-Farouq Aminu.
Yeah, Al-Farouq Aminu is their starting small forward.
Look, this guy is off the charts.
And
man.
Portland is in, like, they're the 5 or 6 seed in the Western Conference. Like,
But to be honest with you, it would be Russell Westbrook getting this award.
I totally disagree because of, like,
It would
what
be
is around
Russell
Westbrook.
Westbrook getting this award. He still gets triple doubles.
I
he still
have.
puts up
But
those numbers.
Westbrook has more to work with
He's got
than
Kevin
Lillard.
Durant.
Than Lillard has. Like
David Lillard has him and CJ McCollum, and
that's it. Like legit. Like when Lillard's on the bench, like you have to pray for Portland because
yeah, they're obviously
it could get ugly
Russell
really
Westbrook,
fast.
Look, Russell Westbrook, I think, is like unstoppable. Like when it comes like going north-south. Like this guy's going to the rim, he's gonna dunk on you.
Or get a layup.
Or go to the line.
Like I watched that game against I watched the Thunder Clippers game when he racked up like 20 assists. Like every time like LA scored, he was like by the time they turned around, he was already at half court.
And then
he is coming.
And then not to mention when the ball goes up from like Durant or somebody, he's down there trying to get the rebound amongst the trees.
He's like Rondo.
He's crazy
Rondo.
good
Yeah,
at that position, man.
He's a better scorer, but
He's
Rondo,
a better rebounder than
No
Rondo.
way, dude. Rondo used to be.
No disrespect to Damian Lillard. I mean, but his
I'm
team is
sorry.
a 6 seed.
I gotta
His
go.
team
Dame.
is a 6 seed.
They're
a 6 seed,
It's
man.
Damian Lillard, man.
Dame
Like,
Dollar.
They're a 6 seed. When have you seen an
Dame
MVP?
Dollar.
When have you seen MVPs in this league get MVPs when their teams are 6 seeds? Really?
Well, we go
Come
back,
on, man.
Listen,
Really?
Listen, when we had this debate last year about James Harden, the Rockets were like they were always kind of like because the Western Conference was so tight from like 2 to whatever.
one loss, because the Spurs they lost their last game and knocked them down to that's
7 seed.
a 6 or 7 seed.
Or yeah. So but James Harden was in the conversation for the MVP. Like it was him one and
James
2.
Harden could have easily been a 6 seed had they not had San Antonio won that game, because they go from Houston went from 4 to 2, and the Spurs went from 2 to 6, literally.
Yeah.
So the conversation for MVP last season was Steph Curry or James Harden. So,
Yeah.
and James Harden was a 6
And
seed.
rightfully so, because they were both putting up crazy numbers.
And
Damian
rightfully
Lillard-
so. Damian Lillard is putting
up
up
crazy numbers. He's putting up crazy numbers, but so is Russell Westbrook. And his team is a top 3 seed in the Western Conference.
Russell Westbrook has a better team around him. Like if Damian Lillard doesn't play
We could have
well,
said the same thing about Anthony Davis last year.
We did.
Exactly, and you guys did, and he didn't get the MVP. He put up crazy numbers.
But they didn't
His
win.
team was an
The
8 seed.
problem, they didn't
And so,
win.
and what do you think? They made the playoffs.
They didn't get into the playoffs until the final day.
It wasn't it's not.
So you guys are obviously going with Damian Lillard,
No, I mean,
and I'm obviously
I'm going
going with
Dame.
Russell Westbrook.
Dame
Because
Dollar.
Russell Westbrook is
Damian
putting
Lillard,
up
man.
Dame
freaking
Dollar.
triple
If
doubles
Damian Lillard doesn't
almost
play well,
every
Portland
night.
doesn't win games.
And
Like,
if Westbrook-
they didn't play good last night, and they got
And if
curb
Westbrook
stomped.
doesn't play at all,
They still
Durant
got
has to-
KD.
They still got KD, but still, that doesn't mean that they're still
Slim
vulnerable.
Reaper.
lot of their points come. I mean, when you look at those guys on a nightly basis, they're putting up at least 50+ points between each other.
It's like the benefit.
That's like half your team's offense.
But that's the benefit though, because like if Westbrook is struggling, he can like distribute. If
Westbrook goes down, you're gonna rely on Deion Waiters.
If Lillard is struggling, he has to like shoot his way out of a slump because he can't give the rock to somebody else and say, "Hey man, I'm not."
Yes, he can. He can give it to C.J. McCollum.
Stop it.
C.J. McCollum is wildly inconsistent.
Give it to Alan Crabb.
Stop it.
He give it a, Alfarico Aminu.
Stop.
And all those other journeymen, those young journeymen that have been there.
If
Myles Leonard.
If Damian Lillard is struggling for Portland, he can't give the rock to a CJ McCollum. Hey man, go to work because he's gonna have to shoot his way out of that slump. He's gonna have.
CJ McCollum can get a couple baskets here and there, but they're gonna need Damian Lillard to score.
Exactly. He's gonna have to do some type of way to get himself going, whether that's attacking the basket and getting to the line or whatever.
And at times, when you watch Russell Westbrook, he looks out of control at times.
So OC.
Like his shot selection at times is really bad.
Like that game against Golden State where Steph Curry gained him from 32 feet. That was a bad shot. That was legit. That was a bad shot.
Or the game against the Clippers where he comes down and he shoots that like jumping 3-pointer like
that was a bad shot.
He had a lot of times like you could have gotten a better shot and then like that's the shot you get. Like come on.
I mean I'm just saying, man, Russell Westbrook is almost every night averaging a triple-double. Every night.
And when you're in clutch time for Oklahoma City, you want the ball in Kevin Durant's hands, not Russell Westbrook's.
But it goes to Russell Westbrook a lot of times as well. But you can't say just Durant gets the brunt of that load when it comes down to crunch time because he gets it too.
But Kevin Durant is more clutch in those situations.
Like, KD done hit way more game winners than Westbrook.
Yeah, that's because Russell Westbrook puts the games away with his triple-doubles, man.
The games away.
Put games away with his triple-doubles. Triple-doubles, man. He's averaging one almost every game.
I think they lost. Have they lost a lot of games where he has triple-doubles?
True.
They don't win every game.
True.
It doesn't matter, man. Look at his stats. His stats are in Damian Lillard.
I'm going Damian Lillard.
Respect Damian Lillard. I'm going with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook.
But nobody's winning the none of those guys are winning the MVP because Steph Curry.
Steph Curry gonna win it.
He might go unanimous.
I mean, you talking about.
When was the last time we actually had a unanimous?
And if you want to talk about the East, you can talk about LeBron.
It's never happened.
Never.
Every LeBron puts up.
It was never unanimous.
If you guys look at LeBron's numbers, right?
Oh God.
Okay, let me get into this LeBron James. Talk right here. LeBron James.
He got 4 MVPs. None of his were unanimous.
LeBron James puts up numbers that you're just like, oh yeah, he's got 25 and 7 rebounds and 7 assists. How are those not MVP type of numbers?
Because LeBron
because he does it every year and he makes it look so easy?
No, because he plays in Cleveland.
Oh
the
my
level
gosh,
of dysfunction right now that's going on in Cleveland.
He plays.
He's just taking on.
And LeBron is always the MVP candidate in my eyes.
That's true.
In my eyes, he's always every year he's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, because he's the best player on the
has
planet.
to be.
I know. Exactly.
He has to will that Cleveland.
So a lot of you guys talking like there's not one Eastern Conference player. Don't like LeBron.
That's
always in that top of the conversation.
He's not gonna win the MVP.
But it was the same thing with Jordan. Like you don't think every year Jordan played he could have won MVP,
which he did a lot of years.
I mean he did, but it's like who
at the time.
From that era, who was another MVP not named Jordan?
Karl
Malone. Do you really think that if you used to look at those, that's the legit thing? If you used to look back at those 2 seasons, because Mike was obviously back at that point, and Karl Malone was there. Like, if you used to look at that numbers, you really don't think Jordan could have won MVP that year? Like, really?
Yeah, he could have, but
he could have, right?
I think people get tired of Michael Jordan winning all the awards.
And it's the same thing with LeBron. Like he won what 3 straight before Rose got his. Then he won another one. Then KD got his, and then Steph got his, and then Steph's gonna repeat, and like.
I've starting from the beginning.
That's cool. Yeah, that's fine. You can make the same thing with like Peyton Manning and his MVPs. You can give Peyton Manning the MVP every season.
No, you couldn't.
You could not. Maybe not this season.
You could not.
Maybe not this season.
You
but
could
like
not.
every
Tom
other
Brady deserves more than what? What he got 2?
No,
he got 2.
Peyton Manning has been the MVP every season he's been
Stop
in the league.
it.
Now, speaking of Peyton Manning about that D'Angelo Williams, let the guy retire.
Right.
Let the guy retire. Let us have his moment. Stop trying to, crap all over his season, man. He won a championship. He's riding off in the dust.
Listen. D'Angelo Williams, he appeared on ESPN like a week later, and he said that it was taken out of context a little bit.
How, bro?
He's the one that tweeted it.
Right.
Like
This is-
that's what he said.
Why
He
you-
said it was
Like,
taken out of context.
This is someone who hasn't had 1,000 yards rushing in like 6 or 7 years.
And probably won't ever again.
Really? It's crazy.
Free agency.
Yeah, let's move over to NFL free agency. Who do you think the best signing so far?
I like.
Matt Forte to the Jets.
I was gonna say that. I like this.
Matt Forte is perfect for the Jets.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
He will. As long as they get a quarterback to actually play.
Because Fitzpatrick, because they haven't.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick and the Jets, they are nowhere near.
I
From
think-
what I've read, they are nowhere
I
near
think eventually
close
that gets done.
to a deal.
So if Fitzpatrick with the Matt Forte, so you take Chris Ivory and you have like those other guys, and you basically get one guy that can do everything those other running backs could do.
Yeah.
And they had Corey Robinson too, who's a nice player.
From New
Orleans.
Orleans. Because like if like because I saw things about like Fitzpatrick meeting with Denver, like because
Well, man, Denver.
because they are that far apart on the deal that Fitzpatrick he has to shop his options if what he wants isn't what the Jets want, and it's like you got to do what you got to do. Like, so if he goes to Denver, like if he goes anywhere else, I'm not saying like necessarily Denver, but if he goes anywhere else and you put the ball back in Geno Smith's hands, like
I don't think that's a good situation. I don't think that'll be a thing. Like, I don't think Geno Smith will be the starting quarterback. And if I was the Jets, I'd try to flip. I would be shopping.
and whatever plan they got for Bryce Petty, like I don't know because like that whole
They
whole
want-
Baylor offense.
I think they want him to be the future, Bryce Petty. But I think they want him to sit behind somebody for another season because he's not ready to play now.
The best signing to me was Danny Trevathan coming to Chicago.
Yeah, it's because you're from Chicago.
And
Like,
I don't care. Like
Danny Trevathan is a really good signing. I think.
but you have a team who needs an inside linebacker.
we also just signed Joel Freeman today too.
Oh yeah.
Jarrell Freeman, yeah.
Yeah, the
And,
guy
you,
from
and, like,
Indianapolis.
and we got Robert.
So Shea McCollum's probably going to be leaving.
And we got Robert Massey from Arizona. So like you feel needs that like you don't
That
have
allows.
Oh, I love Bruce Irvin going to Oakland.
yeah.
Man, Oakland been doing some
Yeah,
things.
Oakland is
They
gonna
had,
be doing some
they had a
things.
corner. They had an offensive line help. They had, they had a pass
And I'm
rush
predicting-
to decide with Khalil Mack.
I am predicting that Oakland will be one of the best teams in the AFC next year. I think Jacksonville's going to take that stride too.
Brandon Meebane going to San Diego. Like it's like all those teams, like the Seattles and the Denvers, like teams that like got those stacked defenses. Like they're losing their.
Well, yeah, because I mean, with the way the
Sean
salary
Smith.
cap is set up, you gotta.
You mentioned Sean Smith, the
Yep.
corner, right? Yep. Yeah, that's going to be.
And the Giants did a bunch of stuff. They got the guy from Olivia Vernon. I think.
Yeah, Olivier Vernon from
They got-
the Dolphins.
mhm,
Victor
and the-
Cruz
and-
was able to.
I didn't like the JPP signing the 1 year. That's
What do you
way
do? Well, you got
way
nothing
too
on-
much money for
and-
that
and
1 year.
Yeah,
though.
but not a lot of it's guaranteed. Like there's a very little risk involved for the Giants. You get JPP in there. He's gonna have like
I
this.
think you release him. He's too much of a.
JPP's gonna have. He said he has a new glove design where he's actually gonna give him like full fingers and stuff. So like he'll be able to use like full use of his hand, quote unquote. So like you basically give him a 1 year deal where you have no risk. There's not that much guaranteed money.
Should,
you see if you can like live up to the old potential.
Once again with the Giants, like they
And
signed.
then they got Janoris Jenkins
they
from the Rams. Who's an
How about
underrated
Lamar
corner.
Miller? How
Because
about
they
Lamar
lost-
Miller going to Houston?
because
No.
they lost Prince
How about Lamar
Amukamara.
I
Lamar
don't
Miller
like it.
going to Houston
I
and
don't like
Brock Osweiler going to Houston?
That's too much money.
I think for Lamar Miller, he's proven in his career that he's not an every down back.
I know, I
like,
mean,
you're gonna give that's a lot of money for. They could have had Matt Forte for less money.
they could have got a lot of other players for a lot less money, or they could have went in and got it back in the draft.
And they got C.J. Anderson signed with the Dolphins, I think.
Well, no, they eat the offer sheet. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the Broncos.
But he's
got
a
5
restricted
days.
free agent.
Yeah, Broncos got 5 days.
Yeah,
to
so.
that.
You
But
know,
Osweiler, like you paid.
I think at Houston, man.
paid-
I was expecting them to get like Christian Hackenberg in
And
the
then
draft.
You
and,
paid.
How about the
why
big-time
are you
center?
so
Atlanta.
Hackenberg.
Because of the Bill
Why?
O'Brien. Because of the Bill O'Brien relationship.
I don't care.
Pro
There
Bowl-
are so many better quarterbacks in.
Yeah,
coming
Christian
up in this
Hackenberg is a
draft.
second round pick, but he's a
you're
good second round pick.
Like
though,
you're
I think.
stuck on Christian
I was
Hackenberg.
for
He's a good
Houston.
second-round pick,
For
I think.
Houston, I thought for sure that he was going to be drafted by the Houston
Bill
Texans.
O'Brien was his
Exactly.
coach. Yeah.
His best season was when Bill O'Brien was there as the coach. Bill O'Brien was the one that recruited him to.
But that's when he
Penn
had
State.
Allen Robinson and those other.
Yeah, but he's gonna have players when you get to the NFL. You're not gonna have scrubs all over. You're gonna have DeAndre Hopkins to throw
That's
to.
it.
What
That's
about
the only-
Atlanta getting the Pro Bowl center and Alex Mack?
Yeah. Oh man.
That's a really good pick right there.
Cleveland, whoever
That's
goes,
a really
they
good
lost
get.
like all of their offensive. Like, remember when we talked about that offensive line?
Yes.
They lost like a whole bunch of it.
Yes, that's a really good get, and I
Hey,
think
if
that
you-
makes Atlanta a little bit better
if you
next
recall,
year.
I only said one side of that line was good, and that was whatever side Joe Thomas was on.
Alex Mack is a good player.
Yeah, so I'm just going through these. I mean, I think Travis Benjamin going to San Diego.
No.
I think he'll fill in that void for what
What void?
for what Eddie Royal did for Phillip
Eddie
Rivers.
Royal didn't do shit.
I mean, I know, but I mean, he was a pretty good slot.
Eddie
He was a pretty
Royal.
good slot wide receiver for them.
Eddie Royal has
He's a pretty
done
good slot.
nothing over his career. He's been a lot of hype and a lot of nothing.
Well, he's
Hey,
been a
but-
pretty. He was an okay slot wide receiver. For
What
them.
about Atlanta signing Mohamed Sanu?
Too much money.
Too much money?
Yeah.
They gave number one wide receiver money for a guy who's never had 1,000 yards in a season. Same thing with the other guy, Marvin Jones. Like the Lions,
Marvin Jones going to the Lions?
The Lions
Yeah, that's
signed him to
ridiculous.
replace Calvin Johnson. Here you go. We lose Calvin Johnson. We get Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
Brent Grimes going to Tampa.
How about Mario Williams going to the Dolphins?
I like it.
that.
Yeah, I like that one too.
The money's
pretty good.
the money's nice
That's
there.
really good too. That
Good
is a really
situation for
good
him.
pick too.
And then I think, hold on,
Chris Ivory going
Doug
over.
Martin,
over to
too much money.
Jacksonville.
Too much money.
for
Doug
Tampa
Martin
Bay.
got too much money.
So
Yeah.
Doug Martin was like in danger of being a bust, and then he had a good season last year, and
Yeah.
they gave him a bunch of money. Like I don't think that's.
And then he's probably gonna go back to being a bust.
It's gonna be like
Chris
dead money.
Ivory going to Jacksonville that gives you a 1-2 punch with T.J. Yeldon and Chris Ivory.
I don't love it.
You don't love it, but I mean, I think Jacksonville's creeping there.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be better this year. They're gonna be better this
Jacksonville,
season.
like let's say Jacksonville's been creeping.
And they just got one of the
Like-
Broncos linemen,
Malik
Malik
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
Signed with them,
we've
too.
always said,
Their defense is gonna be
Jacksonville-
better next season. I
Yeah,
guess.
we've
it
always
is.
said,
And they're gonna have
Jacksonville's
Dante Fowler
be-
back.
Oh yeah, Dante
Yeah.
Fowler I think is gonna be big time. But I mean, if he could stay healthy, oh my God, rest in peace.
He had an ACL. It's kind of a freak thing.
Tyron Branch going to Arizona. I like that. I like that deal.
Okay.
I like that. Like Arizona needed a safety, they got a safety, and Tyron Branch is so underrated. It is ridiculous.
Okay. Well, I don't think he's a real difference maker anywhere he goes.
Okay.
Like he's just a nice player.
Let you
who's,
say that.
know,
Let you
know.
let you think that. Like, mind you, this is a guy who played for Oakland.
Okay.
Oakland.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. He can only do so much. It's Oakland.
They have Woodson there. Come on, 75% of the plate is covered by water. The rest is covered by Charles Woodson.
So what do you guys think the best free agency pickup is?
Matt Forte, not close.
To the
Matt
Jets.
Forte.
Yeah. I think but Matt Forte, what he will give the Jets in versatility makes up for Matt Forte is still a productive player in the NFL, and he will continue to be for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good ones out there. Like I said the Alex Mack.
Loved that.
Yeah, that's gonna solidify that center position. But I think Bruce Irvin going to Oakland, I think is one of the best ones for me. Just because you're putting another premier pass rusher on the other end of Khalil Mack.
You're not gonna be able to double team any of those guys now.
I know. Now Oakland is just looking very ferocious.
Because
now.
you got Khalil Mack, like the first player in NFL history to be named on the All-Pro team in two different positions.
Yeah.
So it's like if they want to line
Khalil Mack is big time.
Like if
Yeah,
they
Khalil
want to
Mack
line,
is big time.
if they want to line Khalil Mack up at the DN, like you said, they can't double team him because they gonna single cover Bruce Irvin, which
Yep.
is not a
Good.
not good.
And
good
I think they
decision.
ended a DT, a defensive tackle too, to go with it. I don't know that for sure, but
Yeah,
maybe not. But
And you got Khalil Mack who can like line up at linebacker, and like it's the guy you can't block him. It's not fair what he can do, and
Yeah.
it's like and you give him more help, which he's so desperately needed.
and you know who I actually feel kind of bad for?
who's that?
Tom Coughlin.
Yes.
The Giants, after they fire him, after he decided to leave, they spent more money this offseason than they have, I think, the last 3 years combined.
Which is me personally, Tom Coughlin should have been gone
Wow.
a long time ago. But
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there because he's gone now.
So I would have to go with my worst free agent pickup. I think has to be
Doug Martin.
Osweiler. I was gonna say Osweiler. He signed
4 years,
72 mil, 37 million guaranteed. That, and you don't even know what this guy's gonna do for you. You only got a small sample size of what he can do.
That's not even half a season. You got
really,
7 games.
I think if you're Denver, I almost feel like you're like happy to like that.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know his value was that high.
Wow. Now let's say they trade for Kaepernick. And Colin Kaepernick is your starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos next year.
I think that would
if you had Gary Kubiak with his like zone read off, like
then you play on the house money.
I think they will be pretty good.
Like if you have, let's say they keep C.J. Anderson Ronnie Hillman.
Not to mention they're more effective running the football in Denver than
and then if you have Colin Kaepernick, who's got he can still play, man.
He can still play, yes.
Because like the minute they lose, like the minute Osweiler signed that deal with Houston, like they immediately they immediately like opened up talks to trading for Colin Kaepernick. They had a couple meetings with RG3. Like even it's not fair to say RG3 is done because it's really not.
But the thing is,
I think RG3 would be okay.
The problem is where is RG3 gonna go? Where he's gonna start? Like he's gonna get an opportunity to actually play and start.
Well, if they don't get that Colin Kaepernick, because Colin Kaepernick wants to go to the Browns.
But if you're Cleveland, let's say you trade for Colin Kaepernick, does that change your draft? What do you do in the draft?
Yeah, you gotta get.
Now you gotta get him some weapons. Hey, you gotta go get him a wide receiver now. You gotta get him offensive lineman who's gonna protect him. Yeah,
because you just lost, like you said,
or
you lost
go get
Alice
a running
Mack.
back.
You lost Alice Mack. Joe Thomas is getting old.
I think they're gonna get a running back anyways in the second round, anyways.
Yeah, probably. They
don't have anybody yet.
Unless they sign Arian Foster, and maybe Arian Foster could be like a stopgap between something,
Well, I mean, a lot of people are saying Arian Foster's done. That maybe he could put a stop to all of that. The naysayers saying that he's. I mean, so he's toasted.
I mean, like you said, like RG3 goes to Denver, like that might.
That might work out.
It
might work out. I mean,
because they have
work out.
They have the weapons for him. Like they have the weapons for him to distribute the ball
and the scheme.
We haven't seen RG3,
and that's not his
like a year and a half.
But that's not his fault.
We haven't seen.
That's not his fault.
That's not his fault.
That's Washington.
That's Washington.
They totally. They used and abused him his first year.
Mm-hmm.
And they
ran
him into the ground. They Tom Thibodeau'd him. And
wait, can I just stop for a minute? I just like how we turned Tom Thibodeau into a verb.
Tom Thibodeau'd him.
Like he got Thibodeau. Like
he got Thibodeau'd. He definitely got Thibodeau'd. And he comes back that next year, and he's basically in the doghouse all of a sudden. Out of nowhere, he's in the doghouse. And then he doesn't even get the option of putting on a uniform this year.
He was in the doghouse for saying that he wanted to play week 1. Like that was like the reason that he was in the doghouse. Like he wanted.
And it doesn't help
that ridiculous.
He wanted to be the week 1 starter, and everyone's like, "Oh, you
are in the doghouse. You are a bad quarterback.
And it doesn't.
How dare you want to play?"
Right. It's
how
ridiculous.
dare you say you want to start when you haven't earned it yet, even though we drafted you number 2 overall and we're going to build our franchise around you. How dare you say you want to start?
Then we Thibodeau'd you got you injured, and then you want to come back the next
year.
Kirk
Cousins is your guy.
And it doesn't help. And what's also crazy is I think at that the year they got drafted, because Cousins and RG3 were in the same draft class. I want to say Shanahan wanted Cousins originally. He didn't even want RG3.
Yes, I totally agree.
But because RG3 was RG3, you had to take him.
But I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sold. Because the Redskins traded up. It wasn't like they had the second pick in that draft.
Because St. Louis had that number 2 pick.
Yeah, they traded up to get RG3.
And St. Louis.
And Mike Shanahan was I think he was had GM, some kind of GM power. So I think he wanted. Because why would you trade the second overall pick?
Because at that time St. Louis was still banking on Sam Bradford.
No, but if you are Washington, why are you trading up to get RG3 if you don't even want him? I think they had there was some element stuff, they must have thought
I think stuff started to change.
Mike Shanahan saw Kirk Cousins there in the 3rd round and was like, this guy has potential, and I think he just happened to be there. I think it's just a coincidence.
But I think that Shanahan, you got a point. I think you got a point that the GM force Shanahan to get him? Because I don't
He
think
was the GM. He had control
but I mean,
over the operations of the football
but
team.
they were. But I'm guarantee everybody was in his ear to go get him. Trade up. This guy's a can't miss guy. You look at the numbers he put up at Baylor. I mean,
because
he's a Heisman Trophy winner.
The system that Michael Shanahan.
That's the thing.
That system that Michael Shanahan would valued from he saw an RG3 could be his Elway. His new Elway.
And it's
who's mobile, has a big arm, can throw it a little bit and run. So he's like, I'm going to get RG3 and I'm going to run this system just like how I did with Elway.
He wanted him, but I think things started to change that second year when he started to notice after he Thibodeau'd him, and RG3 couldn't throw the ball the same way. Then he's like, I don't need you anymore.
Mind you, because there was a legit debate about who was going to be Rookie of the Year that year, and RG3. He did end up getting Rookie of the Year that year, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
it was him and Andrew Luck. They both had good seasons.
It was him or Andrew Luck, and Andrew Luck didn't lead. RG3 led his team to the playoffs, even though
Andrew Luck did too.
Andrew Luck,
yeah.
I think RG3 won. RG3 did.
RG3 won.
They had the same amount of wins.
Say what was it 10
wins?
10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you get 10 wins in your first season. Your first game. Your first.
They won the division, I think.
Yeah, your first game, first possession of your first game, you throw a 75-yard pass. Granted, it was against a Saints defense that was
Seattle. They played against Seattle.
I'm talking about the first game. Yeah. You play your first game in the NFL. You throw a 75-yard pass. Granted, it was a catch and run, but your first pass in the NFL is a touchdown.
It actually happens a lot.
And you get hit it didn't happen to Brett Favre.
Yeah, his first pass. But yeah, Matt Ryan actually his first pass was actually a touchdown.
So
I actually think it's funny when new quarterbacks start when they go out there. I think offensive coordinators scheme call plays that are going to be home runs for their quarterbacks on their first play.
Yeah,
just to
that's fair.
I think that's the thing. I think that legitimately happens a lot.
So it's if I'm RG3 in this, I was drafted into a situation where my engine, he got hurt, and they pretty much when he got hurt and he tried to come back, it was pretty much over for him then.
I think it was what happened to him in Washington was extremely unfair.
Extremely
RG3
unfair.
Posted one of the 59th perfect game in NFL history against the Eagles that year.
What does that mean?
He had the perfect
his
pass
QBR
rating.
His
QBR was perfect.
Was perfect.
Against the Eagles that
and
year.
It's
that's the kind of talent this guy has,
if I'm RG3, it's if you were looking at Houston, that's out the window because Houston got their guy. No matter what Jerry Jones says, they're not gonna look. They're not talking to him. They're not talking about drafting Carson Wentz or any other quarterback. So I don't think you want to go to Dallas. What Cleveland got too many problems. If I was a skill player, I wouldn't go to Cleveland.
You guys, Martavis Bryant.
Yeah, he's facing a year-long suspension.
Yeah, again.
So
he's gonna end up
Josh.
Josh Gordon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But this is Martavis Bryant's first time.
No, he was suspended for the beginning of this season.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Let's see. Is this guy coming back? Right, Josh Gordon coming back.
They haven't ruled on him yet.
They haven't reinstated him yet. But yeah, if I'm RG3, my best option is looking at Denver or
maybe what if you end up in St. Louis or L.A. Because they don't got.
They ain't got a quarterback.
They got Case Keenum.
If San Fran,
Nick Foles, because they can't get rid of him.
If San Fran talking about trading Kaepernick, your only competition would be Thad Lewis, who they signed today or sometime this week.
They're gonna draft somebody. I'm sure of it.
If they trade Colin. So it's
if they don't, I think for sure, even if they don't trade him, they're gonna draft somebody.
If they trade Colin Kaepernick, they're definitely going to go with their quarterback.
Why not try to go to Philly? I don't know.
Philly got Chase Daniel now.
Man,
they're talking about that he's going to be thrust into the starting role now.
Chase Daniels.
He's
Doug Peterson.
Chase Daniels has spent his career being a backup.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, he's going to be the starting quarterback
of the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's going to do a darn good job at it because he's back with Doug Peterson, who was his OC in Kansas City.
But he never played.
Exactly. Which is ridiculous to me, and some of the headlines for free agency are just ridiculous.
But yeah, if you're
Chase Daniels is gonna start for
he's not gonna start.
If he's the starting quarterback on the Philadelphia Eagles, they're gonna lose every game.
Real talk.
Yeah, because Chase Daniels is 5 foot nothing and doesn't have a arm to show for it.
If you're RG3, your best, if you're RG3, your best option right now is this fair to say it's Denver.
Yeah, well, every quarterback that's went to Missouri, Blaine Gabbert and Chase Daniel, who proceeded, those guys should put up crazy big time numbers.
Nothing to do. No, I think if he goes to St. Louis, I think that could be a good situation for him. Whatever.
LA, yes.
It's gonna take a little while. I mean, you put him with Todd Gurley, and you give him Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin, like, that would be nasty.
They could run like a little bit of zone read offense.
Like if they.
I don't think Jeff Fisher's a very good coach, but that's neither here nor there.
That's fair.
I think he's an okay coach. I think he's had some pretty legendary. I mean,
his best season.
Yeah. I think he's benefited because he's had like a Steve McNair,
Eddie George.
His best season. I think after that team, his best season in Tennessee was like that one year they started 9-0.
That Vince Young team or the Kerry Collins team?
I think that was Kerry Collins.
Yeah.
Vince Young was on that team, but he won.
Vince Young, yeah.
I think he was in Jeff Fisher's doghouse. Talk about unfair.
He was throwing his shoulder pads.
Was that when Billy Volek was coming off the bench winning 4 games in a row?
That was Kerry. That was Collins, bro. That was Kerry Collins. That's when he.
I just sworn Billy Volek came off the bench.
That's when old reliable.
Kerry Collins started the season 9-0. Like everyone was like, Kerry Collins. Hold the clock back.
That's when old reliable had. He had dusted off the shoulder, had shaved the gray hairs off his face, and it was like,
"Is that the smash and dash era?"
I got this.
Lindell White and Chris Johnson. Yeah,
that's when they had Jermaine Kearse on that defense, and he was number 90. And like I remember that game because they played the game in Chicago, and they were 8-0, and everybody thought that Chicago was gonna beat them, and Tennessee ends up pulling away, and Jermaine Kearse takes a piece of tape, a small piece of tape, behind, in between his number 90, and it just places it right there for 9-0, and it's then y'all
so lame.
And it's then y'all don't even do nothing after that. What? What?
Wow.
Yeah, that's the team that finally got beat by Brett Favre, right?
Was that the year Brett Favre was on?
You were right.
Yeah.
It's Javon Kearse.
Javon Kearse. Okay.
Jermaine Kearse.
It was a curse, guys.
It was a curse. It was one of those curses.
Yeah, that was the year that Brett Favre was on the Jets.
See, it's you start off 9-0, and
do
then
that Hail Mary pass the first game of the season.
Man, think about how long ago that feels.
I was 09.
I was in high school.
That's wild. Yeah, that is crazy.
I was in high school.
Brett Favre was on the Jets, and Kerry Collins was what is Kerry Collins doing now?
No idea.
we don't know. We don't know what he's doing.
He kind of fell off the face of the earth after that year.
Wow, we don't know what he's watching.
All right,
craziness, man.
How about the best value?
Talking about long term,
just in general. I think the JPP is 1 year, no real money is really good value if he can fix his life.
Best value.
Yeah, are you talking about in terms of money or what they're gonna bring to the team?
Both.
I'm gonna go back to Bruce Irvin.
I also think Matt Forte was a good value.
Matt Forte is
for the money they gave him.
I think the Bruce Irvin. I really love that Bruce Irvin. That Bruce Irvin deal is gonna really change things out there in Oakland.
And I think Alex Mack is the money that they got him for is reasonable.
Yeah. It was pretty good value there for a good center.
To piggyback what you said off of Forte earlier, it's they had 3 running backs who brought 3 different things to the table, and you get rid of those.
Bilal Powell's still there.
He's still there, but you get rid of some of those, and you bring in a guy who does everything.
Yep.
You brought in one guy who could do what 3 guys did or still do. You need Forte to block, he can block. You need him to line up and catch a ball, he can catch.
You need him to run the ball 30 times, he can still do that.
He can still do that.
And then you add a nice insurance policy with a Kyrie Robinson, who's a really nice player, because Matt Forte has been hurt a lot lately, last couple seasons, which is why the Bears didn't really want to keep him. And then the 30 years old thing.
So, doing your head scratcher free agency.
Brock Osweiler.
Is Osweiler? I go with his counterpart Lamar Miller. I mean,
man, both.
I don't know why you go get Lamar Miller when you can go get anybody else in the draft.
What's crazy? I was watching NFL Live when that went down, and they was Osweiler already has a weapon coming to Houston. Lamar Miller signs. So I'm like, weapon.
Lamar Miller, yeah. He's
Like
very
Lamar Miller was in Miami where they refused to give him the ball. Like, and now he's gonna go to
I'm
Houston. Like what?
He's gonna go to Houston and get the ball. Actually, well then, yeah, Hopkins got a quarterback that could possibly get him the ball. Maybe they could do some things.
I'm
They
not
could be a
totally
playoff
saying
team.
they had
Maybe they have a quarterback that can stay healthy.
They showed.
I mean, maybe. And then TJ, look, and maybe, and hopefully the freaking coaching staff, Bill O'Brien, those guys don't go, oh well, Brian Hoyer's still going to be the starting quarterback and deal with that crap
is
again.
not going to happen.
Let's not let that
There's
happen.
zero chance of that happening.
Let's
You don't pay
zero-
a guy $17 million to
$17
run the
million.
fine.
Can you imagine the hell they would catch if he stood up when Brian Hoyer still like got what?
Brian, that's what I'm saying though.
Oh, like,
we
also,
hope
like,
we can
about
only
that-
hope they say that.
What if Houston drafts a quarterback in the first 3 rounds of the draft? Like what?
That would be embarrassing.
It'd be like Brad Flynn all over again.
Like, don't they have a
what
top
are
10
you
pick?
guys doing?
Yeah.
Like,
No, they don't.
They don't?
They made the playoffs last year.
they made the playoff. They made the playoffs last year, and they got a home game, and they were like barely at 500. It's ridiculous because that division was stunk it up. It
Even
stunk it
the
up.
Colts were terrible.
Even the Colts.
Even the Colts were
It
terrible.
stunk it up.
Even the Jaguars were terrible last year.
Well, that's expected.
Wow.
I think the Jaguars are going to be a lot better.
Like, what's crazy, like, I remember last year, like, we were so high on the Jaguars, like,
Yeah.
like even earlier this year, like, we were so high on the Jaguars, like we kept saying, like, hey, like, don't sleep on them, like, they're coming, and then they do that, whatever they did last season, it's all like,
Well, I mean,
they kind of teased you a little bit.
It's like
they
I
put up a lot of points, but they couldn't stop nobody.
it's like, I can't believe, like, we had faith in them.
Blake Bortles seems
Blake
like
Bortles
big
looks
time.
like he's going to be a big-time quarterback.
got
Allen
a
Robinson
big
looks
arm.
like he's going to be a big-time wide receiver. Allen Hurns looks like he's going to be a good
Nice
sidekick.
slot receiver.
But if you're the Jaguars, like, what's
CJ
the
Yeldon
problem?
looks like
Their defense
What's the
is-
problem?
They added the Malik Jackson, who can be a big run stopper.
right, and
like,
then they're
you
going to
know.
get Dante Fowler next year on the other end.
And if
you know?
if they draft a corner,
So
you know,
I mean,
somebody-
I think they do need
they
to
get the guy
get
from
better in
Florida,
the
if they get the guy
secondary.
from if they got the guy from Florida or the guy from Florida State.
I think they need to get better, a little bit better in the secondary, and maybe they can make some noise. Maybe add another wide receiver to that mix, another
I don't
tight
think-
end.
No way. But they got back Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah,
they
but
got
I mean, you
Julius
always,
Thomas.
but you can, yeah, Mercedes Lewis, man, I really think he's a little bit worn out.
I think Mercedes
you
Lewis
go get another
got
little
paid
tight,
and then got
you go get
tired.
another tight end that can. I think you go get another tight end that could play alongside
No.
of Julius. Yeah.
If I was them, man, I would be playing. I'd have the 2 running backs. I'd have TJ Yeldon. I'd have Chris Ivory. I'd start Julius Thomas. I'd have the 2 receivers on the end.
Like, I'll find a way to get the ball in Denard Robinson's hands. Like, I would try to
Not
do
fair,
something.
man.
Like,
Denard Robinson,
him
really
and
a
like,
nice little
just,
scat
like,
back.
get him in the open field. Like he dangerous.
He hasn't shown that he can.
Shoelace.
He hasn't shown that he can really.
Shoelace.
He doesn't have the catching ability. Like, let's say they get Braxton Miller like way later in the draft.
Braxton Miller, man,
You can say
4.340
same
the other
thing
day.
about-
Wow.
you can say sort of the same thing about
Braxton
Tavon
Miller's
Austin.
gonna
Like when
be
you
a
look at
first-round
Tavon
pick.
Austin, like he's not burning nobody down the field, catching the ball like that. Like
I'm talking about Denard Robinson.
I'm saying though, like it's the
Denard
same
Robinson
thing.
has never proved that he can be a reliable receiver out of the backfield.
And what
You're making it sound like Denard Robinson's Darren Sproles.
I'm not saying that at all, bro. I'm
No,
just
but we think that if you could get him out in the open field, he could be like another little Danny Woodhead.
Who?
Denard
Denard
Robinson.
Robinson.
No way.
You don't think he could be like a little Danny Woodhead?
Period.
I think he's got a lot more. He's got a lot more speed. He's a little more elusive. He's not as strong, I don't think, but or better or casting the ball out the backfield. But I think he could do some things as their third string running back, scat back.
Okay.
You know, like play that role that Dexter McCluster plays on Tennessee.
No, dude, I don't think he's got those kind of skills.
You don't think he's got those Dexter McCluster skills? At least Dexter McCluster skills?
No, dude,
What?
come on.
Oh, wow.
Robinson's
Short
so-
selling shoelace over here.
Denard Robinson's
Wow.
so overrated as a
how is
player.
he overrated, bro?
Hey,
Wow.
kidding me? The guy's never done a damn thing. Like,
This is a guy who
Wow.
literally in order to even get to this stage, he had to change his position.
Hey, look, Braxton Miller ran a 4.340.
I know.
Like, first of all, look, you know how scary that is? This guy used to play quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, and then he used to, throw the football. Like, He can run a 4.340 and then he can throw a 60-yard pass.
Like
Like
let's say he
that's
ended,
why he was.
let's say
two-time, big time.
like he ended up in Jacksonville, like as their third receiver. Like,
I think Braxton Miller could be a late first round pick.
Imagine what you could do with a core, like
Because
somebody who has like his skill
Because of
set.
his weaponry. Like I got.
I don't think he'll be a
skills.
first round.
I got the Bleacher Report mock draft up right now, because NFL.com wanted to spam out on me. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's all right.
Right, Bleacher Report, they reliable. I'm with it.
That's all right.
Braxton
You
Miller's
said
not
Braxton Miller could go late first round.
No.
Yeah.
What do you consider late first round?
I think like in
anything-
between the 20s and
anything
30s.
after,
20 to 30.
okay, 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 starting with the Jets on down, because New England don't have a first round pick. So it's like 20 through 31.
Jonathan Bullard, don't know. From
Where
Florida.
do they have Braxton Miller going?
He's not in the first round.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's not a second round. I don't think he's a second round pick either.
I think he is a second round pick.
Ooh.
I think he
Unless
is a
you
second
get
round
like
pick.
Jacksonville, maybe Jacksonville takes him. I don't know.
I mean, you got Ezekiel
Those guys-
Elliott
those-
going. I mean,
those guys-
Ezekiel
those guys-
Elliott's going to be the first offensive player on that team picked. So
Okay.
if Ezekiel Elliott doesn't get picked before Braxton Miller, then you pretty much sum it up and say Braxton Miller is going to be the second person offensive player picked on that team.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just saying.
That's not saying very much at all. Like who else do they have on offense?
On offense, Cardell. Somebody's going to take a flyer on Cardell Jones.
Somebody's gonna take.
Somebody's
Trey
gonna take
Gaines.
a flyer on
Somebody's
Cardell
gonna waste the
Jones.
draft pick on him.
Somebody's gonna waste a 6-rounder on him.
12
He should
games.
have definitely came out last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
He
hell yeah.
absolutely
No,
should have
he
came out
should've.
last year.
Dude,
You said that. I'm
He
like,
absolutely should have came out last
destroyed
year.
his draft stock.
He destroyed his draft stock
How can
this
you
year.
draft a guy off 3 games?
He literally, there was a couple
The
passes
same
against
reason- the
NIU
same
that
reason
he
because
made.
you also don't draft a guy based on one season.
There was a
look
couple
at him,
passes.
dude.
There was a couple passes that Cardell Jones made against NIU that were just you're just like, oh, this guy is not an NFL talent. This guy is not NFL. He's doing this against a MAC team. Are you serious?
But it's like if you draft him off 3 games, like what's the difference between like he probably ends up in
Because-
the same state he in now. Like,
Yeah, but you don't expose yourself all the time. Like he basically by going out and playing, he basically showed everybody that he was not a player that could
Not
be
to mention
reliable.
all the
There's
social
a reason,
media
there's a reason that he
antics.
was being benched for all these other guys.
All the social media antics that he was doing, going back and forth with Joakim Noah. I mean, this guy's a joke, man. Cardell Jones, he should have just came out last year.
And Bleacher Report has Michael Thomas, a wide receiver from Ohio State, going before.
Yeah.
I think Braxton Miller's a lot better than Michael Thomas, but
being the first offensive player for.
I
Ohio
think Braxton Miller's a lot better than Michael Thomas. Ceiling's a lot higher. I think he'd be like an Antoine Randall L type of player. And I'm not saying that because he transitioned from quarterback to wide receiver. I'm saying that because he has a skill set.
I think Braxton Miller's gonna be nice in the NFL, but it
Yeah.
depends on where he goes.
Okay.
So like, what if Denard Robinson wasn't on Jacksonville? Do you still feel the same way?
Yeah.
That's so petty.
That's
I look at Darrell Robinson. I don't think he does anything really well.
So petty.
Like when you put it, only thing he really did in Jacksonville was like get goal line touchdowns. Like he didn't. What did he do? What was his thing?
That is so petty.
What does he do?
Get him
What does Denard Robinson do? That's
get him
super
in
special.
Get him in open field. He'll show you. It's not his fault that the scheme that like.
It is his fault.
How is it his fault?
He's not a very good player.
Oh my god.
so.
Get your boy a follow on Instagram. Follow.
Follow us on Instagram.
I think that Denard Robinson thing is how we're gonna end the triangle today.
Yeah, I mean, I see one. I mean, NBA. I mean,
We did that.
We did the NBA
Yeah,
stuff.
we did the NBA stuff. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, Denard Robinson.
Peace out. Peace
What
out from
about
the
March
triangle.
Madness?
Have a good spring break, everyone.
See you in 2 weeks.